Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. How are both of you today? Thank you for taking the time to meet with me to discuss Anna's progress based on the PLAAFP, which is the present levels of academic achievement and functional performance. So we assessed Anna in several different areas, and the first one was her cognitive development, which is essentially her ability to do math, reading, and writing. I was able to work with Anna and assess her areas of strength in these various areas, as well as where she could benefit from additional support. Let's start with reading. Anna can correctly identify all 26 letters of the alphabet, both upper and lowercase, which is fantastic. She is also able to correctly identify words that rhyme, so she's really starting to build on her ability to recognize the spoken parts of words or her phonetic awareness. Something that she does need more support with is her ability to recognize individual letter sounds. And building upon that is really going to make a big difference in her development with reading. To accomplish this, we're going to be focusing on Anna's letter sound recognition in a variety of different ways, such as playing games in the classroom and utilizing flashcards. And she will be given additional time with myself or my classroom aide to increase the amount of time she gets to work on this, because it's so important, especially as she continues and goes on to second and third grade, that she is developing these important skills. Anna is also able to write her name in all uppercase letters without assistance. And this is a positive step in her writing development, but we would like to see her to be able to write her first and her last name with both upper and lowercase letters with correct capitalization. So that's also a goal that we're going to have for her, is to work on her first and last name and have that correct punctuation in the uppercase letters. She should also be beginning to write sentences, and she's not there yet. We would like her to be able to begin to put her ideas to paper, and something that is going to continue to help her as she goes through the rest of the year, and goals that we're working for this semester. Something else I've noticed is that Anna uses too much pressure when writing, and that's because she doesn't have a mature pencil or a mature grasp, and that has to do with her fine motor development. So what we're going to help Anna do is to develop that, and we can do a variety of activities that don't involve actually holding a pen or a pencil or a crayon. We can do things like rolling Play-Doh into a little ball, or even squeezing a spray bottle with her pointer and middle fingers, just to build up that strength and give her that additional coordination and dexterity in her fingers to help her with her pencil grasp. We'll also be utilizing like pencil grip holders while she's coloring here at school, and I'll give you some that you can take home with you that she can use when she's coloring at home, that just helps her place her fingers in the correct place. As far as math goes, Anna is able to identify the numbers 1 through 5 and count up to 7. We do have a goal of her counting to at least 20 by the end of this year, and we'll be focusing on her ability to match numbers to the correct number of objects. That's what that one-to-one correspondence is what we're really working on, is not only being able to just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is just rote counting, but we also want her to be able to recognize that I have 10 bears here, and be able to correctly pull out the number of bears or whatever manipulatives we are using. We'll be playing lots of games and using manipulatives to support that concept, and that's something you guys can do at home with anything. Can you give me 10 Fruit Loops? Can you give me 3 crayons? Just as a regular basis to continue to emphasize on that one-to-one correspondence. And as far as her fine and gross motor skills go, Anna is able to stand on one foot and complete a 16 to 20 piece puzzle all by herself. She feeds herself without any assistance, but she does need more support developing her large muscle groups that are needed for running, jumping, and climbing, and we will definitely be supporting her in this area by spending as much time as we can outside on the playground, bringing out the tricycles for her to work on that leg strength, working on climbing up and down from the play equipment. And we also want to support her fine motor development as well, like we talked about earlier. So something that she can do at home, in addition to what we mentioned earlier, is like cutting with safety scissors. Just allowing her to practice cutting with different colored pieces of paper and making various shapes will develop that hand and finger strength that she needs to continue her writing development. And as far as gross motor, the more time you guys can spend outside, going to the park, going on walks with a dog, or playing tag, anything that will enhance that gross motor development and build that strength in her legs. Socially and emotionally, Anna is also making progress. She actively seeks out teachers when she needs help with something, as well as gets her own communication binder and brings it to one of us if she is trying to let us know something, which is fantastic. This is great because one of the most important skills for Anna is for her to be able to advocate for her own needs. She does still need support with adjusting to changes in schedule or the environment, but she does a lot better when we utilize something like a timer to help her know when the next change is coming. There's a little countdown, which makes the transition a little less strenuous for her. We're also going to continue to work on sharing, which we know is never fun for most children, and responding appropriately to frustration, and instead of lashing out at or reacting physically towards other children, but working on the appropriate developmental response for that. So reading books that support social emotional development, and clearly communicating with her and modeling appropriate social interactions will help her tremendously. Like, this is how we use kind hands and kind feet, and it's okay, to be mad, but this is how we express that frustration. We can tell somebody, we can get our communication binder out, we can stomp our feet, but we have to keep our hands kind. So that about sums it up, and thank you so much for meeting with me today. If you have any questions or concerns, just please don't hesitate to reach out to me via email or phone call. And it's really important for me that you're kept informed of Anna's progress throughout the year, and that we're working together on her goals as a team. So I'm happy to support you guys in any way possible, and I look forward to continuing the rest of the year with Anna. Thank you.